Check 1, 2. All right, let's do this. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Loud and clear. You're good.
All right. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Everything good? All right.
We're good. Terry's not echoing. I'm good.
We seem okay.
You
Yep,
seem okay.
Sound is good.
All right,
And
cool.
is Bill and Cliff still?
I see Bill. I see Cliff. Yeah, I see these guys are here. So these guys
Thanks
are
for your
troopers.
patience, you two.
Yeah, thanks everybody for your patience.
Gotta love that.
Hold on. We have a few people watching. Okay, cool. Hey, listen, I figured it out, which is good. My computer was not plugged into the power source. Somehow I unplugged it, and it was down to like 3%. So it started saying,
Wait.
and that's where we ended up. So
that's what my computer normally sounds like.
yeah, I know, but I don't want to tell you. Is Grace saying something, or is she just?
Not sure. Are we pantomiming? What are we doing?
You can't hear me? I'm not.
Yeah, we
on
can
mute.
hear you now.
Oh. I'm just saying, what did we learn? That was preventable, correct?
Yeah. Make sure my computer's plugged in. And now I know. And knowing's half the battle. So here we go. Am I called in twice here? What's going on here? Either way, let's just get the show going. We're way behind. Thank you to Bill. Thank you to our spotlight winner. And also thank you to Cliff for calling back in. Let's just get right at this. Let's see who our spotlight winner is this week. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Mr. Bill Seller. Bill, you may or may not be in this shot yet. I don't know. You are. Look at that. Oh, but Grace is gone. Okay. That's about coming back. I have to be.
That is perfectly okay. Oh.
Hey, Bill, did you hear us?
What's up, Bill?
I got you guys. How are you?
Yeah, we can hear you as well. That's great. Hey, thanks for hanging in there. Thanks for putting up with the technical difficulties. Everybody that's come back so far, thank you as well. We appreciate it. Bill, you gave us a fun read. I like the wise guy.
Different take on it. Yeah.
And I liked your improv too, buddy. At the very end there. Yeah. Hey, so don't
Same.
tell nobody.
Well, it was out of the forget about it, which I thought was kind of standard, but I went the other
kind of cliche. I'll tell you what. Let's get you right on here now, and let's talk about you, my friend. Let's talk about what you have going on. Give us your elevator pitch. Who is Bill Seller? What does Bill do besides voices?
Was not prepared. No, this is a lot of it, really, to be honest with you. I'm very fortunate. I like you, Jim, have a radio background, 35 years on the air and radio, and then they told me that was enough. Go out and see what the world is all about. So here I
Yeah.
am, doing voiceover ever since. I've been doing the VO thing consistently for about 12 years now. So
Oh,
I've
cool.
been pretty fortunate at that. And I'm right outside of Atlanta. If anybody's in this area, I'd love to maybe say hi to you.
What's coming up in Atlanta soon? I
Yeah.
wonder.
I got a few friends coming by for a little party we're throwing here in a couple weeks.
Oh,
So
Awesome.
I haven't seen the
Man.
invite yet, but I'll be looking for it.
Yeah.
So
it's funny. I already saw your name on the guest list. I don't know how you got there, but
oh, I know a few people.
but no,
Uh,
it's good. I work here in the Atlanta area. I have been fortunate over the years to land some fun stuff. Some Tyler Perry work on his television shows, some other commercials, and some online things, a video game. And I also coach and build demos. So a lot of folks that come through here get some coaching and get their demos done as well. So it beats the heck out of driving in traffic every day, man. I get to come to my studio and work here. So
very cool. And if they want to get a hold of you, of course, you can see it right there on the screen, BillDoesVoices.com.
that's it.
I
So,
want
Bill,
to
I
say,
hope the. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm fielding messages from the chat and the page for the technical whatever. But I want to say, Bill, your 2 reads, both of your takes were super impressive to me. For what that's worth.
I
But and they were
appreciate
so incredibly different. I was like, this is not the same person. He had someone come in and like, do this. Yeah, but anyway, I was super impressed with both of your reads. You were a clear winner. So thank
Oh,
you
well,
for
thank
such an awesome job. Yeah.
Well, it's fun. I look, if I didn't enjoy this, I wouldn't be doing it. So, and I always love that when somebody, isn't that one of your favorite things in voiceover? God, I love that. Didn't even sound like you. Okay.
Well, I mean,
And that usually happens to me on the ones when I'm not doing characters. So I don't know what that
it's a
means, but
talent.
but thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
Hey, Bill, thanks a lot. One question for you,
Yeah.
though. Was it worth the over hour and a half wait to give us your 4-minute spiel?
Oh yeah. I've
It
been
wasn't
here
an
since,
hour and a half. It was not even
well,
close to
I-
that.
Well,
I've been
actually,
here since
Bill logged
5:30.
on an
I
hour
got here
early
early.
because I thought he was in a different time zone than me because I was lazy and I
Oh
cut and pasted the
man,
thing I sent to Cliff because Cliff's in a
you're
different time zone.
slipping, Jim. Come on.
It's been a rough week. It really has. But I'm glad we're back on track here. I'm glad everything's going well. And Bill, I'm glad that you were persistent and got back on with us. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate
No,
it.
my pleasure, guys. Thank you so much. Good to see you all.
All right, cool. All right, Bill, what a great guy. Thank you
Bye,
so much,
Bill.
Bill. Appreciate it.
I love him.
Oh, yeah, Bill's a great guy. He
We
really
kind of
is. And
go way back even before this page and this podcast. Just we were always in the same webinars together. I just was like, I've seen that picture behind the Animaniacs picture he has, right?
oh yeah.
Like, I know you from webinars, and then now he's an insider, so that's really cool.
Well,
Super
that's just
talented.
it too. I mean, Terry
Ah,
will tell you. Last year at VO Atlanta, I had that palm tree hat that I used to have, and the shirts, and people are like, "Oh, I saw you in this. I saw you in that. We did that." I don't remember anybody's name. I'm surprised I remember you guys half the time. But
Ew.
it's sorry, it's not anything personal. It's just it's me. But and I said, watch this, Terry. I went upstairs. I took the hat off, put a little product in my hair, put on a regular shirt. Nobody talked to me. Branding works. That's all I'm saying. So that
Right.
whole animated
That is
addicts thing,
true.
yeah.
And that was
So
when I surprised you guys by crashing VO Atlanta, right?
that's
Yeah.
right. You did crash VO
Yeah.
Atlanta that year.
I
Is that
kind of did. I
happening
mean,
this
I
year?
paid. I didn't crash and not pay. You know. There's our
What
guest,
happened?
but I
Yeah.
think Terry has a recipe to share with us first, right?
Yeah, sure. We could do
We
that
have
first.
time for the recipe today.
We got time for everything today. We don't need no stinking watches. Hold on a second. Let me find Terry's recipe. Hopefully everything's
Plus,
still there from
all of
before.
these episodes live on YouTube. So if you can't, I one of our viewers, I can't remember his name, but he was taking his wife out tonight because he has been in sessions like forever, and she was like, I need to get out of the house. So I was like, you can always watch it later on YouTube. They live on YouTube, right? Just search The Microphone Insider. That's how you find us.
It's actually at the
You can.
Microphone Insider TMI is the
Right.
actual address.
Oh,
Terry, you ready?
okay.
I'm born ready, Jim.
If Terry can make it, you can too. Here's the insider meal just for you.
Aw. Hey,
All right.
jingles are my specialty, Tim. Just kidding. We can all do everything. Go for it, Terry. Sorry.
And so today we have for you something quick and easy, which is my specialty to bring to you guys, because I just want these things to be nice, quick hitters and not too difficult, because if Terry can make it, you can too. So this is egg noodle ribbon pasta and grilled chicken with pesto. So ingredients you will need 1 pound of chicken breast, or in this case, I made them with tenders. You need 2 cups of whipping egg noodles. You need Italian seasoning, salt and pepper, cooking oil, and 1 jar of pesto. I prefer Classico. So first thing you're going to do is preheat that oven to broil. You're going to bring 1 large pot of water to a boil. Salt your pot water liberally. Don't forget that step. It's very important when you make your pasta. You want to season your chicken with salt and pepper and then Italian seasoning in that order. Place the chicken in the oven. Add the egg ribbon noodles to the boiling water for about 10 minutes or so. A little bit, maybe less if you want it al dente, which is not my favorite way to have it. But anyway, then you want to take that chicken out of the oven and you want to finish it by pan searing it for about 2 minutes on each side in the cooking oil. You want to drain those egg noodles, slice that chicken up, and make some chunks and throw it in those noodles and add your desired amount of pesto, which in my case is a lot. And stir that around, get that nice and mixed in there, and you're good to go. About 15 minutes. Nice.
There it
There's your
is.
finished product.
All right, very cool, Terry. Did
Thank
you actually
you.
eat this? Did your wife like this?
My wife eats what she wants to eat. She did not want to eat that, but my daughter did. She loved it.
All
But
right,
I did.
I got a lot of. We're just going to roll through everything right now. Grace has some mental health for us, which I actually really, really need after this last episode. So let me get you on here, and all the cameras are going to be screwed up, guys. So just hold on until I can find you. There you go.
There, we found
All
Grace.
good. All good. Yeah, so I'm gonna spare you. I did a lot of research this week and went down a bunch of rabbit holes, and I'm gonna spare you all the names of the scientists and doctors who did these studies and where they went to college and how many people they studied from what backgrounds, whatever. So I'll just be like, studies have shown. Okay, I had to read all the goddamn studies, but you don't have to go through that. Oh, dang it. GED, whatever. Dang studies. Studies have shown that there's a clear correlation between nighttime light exposure and increased symptoms of insomnia, depression, and anxiety. And managing light exposure can help curb mental health disorders. Why, though? It's because light plays a crucial role in regulating circadian rhythms. This might get boring and I might lose you here, but circadian rhythms are the internal processes that regulate sleep-wake cycles. Daytime light strengthens these rhythms. Nighttime light disrupts these rhythms, which affects sleep as well as other psychological factors such as mood stability, stress response, and cognitive function, like memory and the ability to speak, which apparently I'm having trouble with right now. Excessive exposure to light, especially artificial blue light from screens, wreaks havoc on circadian rhythms in several ways. 1. It suppresses the production of melatonin, the hormone that produces sleep, or promotes sleep. 2. An overflow of light can shift internal body clocks, causing a phase delay that makes falling asleep difficult. I think I'm just nervous because one of my favorite people in the world, Cliff Zellman, is our guest, so I'm sorry. I know he's listening in the green room. So, okay, I'll phase that out. Okay, so 3, 3, light overexposure can alter core body temperature, another factor regulated by circadian rhythms. Once people understand that their light exposure patterns have such an impact on their mental health, they can take some simple steps to correct them. So I want to pause because I've been bulldozing through this. So basically, if you expose yourself to blue light from screens or not, blue light from screens at night, it can affect your sleeping pattern. Your sleep, which affects everything else, right? And so for these 3 reasons, it suppresses melatonin, the hormone that promotes sleep. An overflow of light can your internal body clock, it fucks that up. And it also affects your core body temperature. And so none of those things are good. Look at my girl. None of those, my cartoon girl. None of those things are good for anything, right? You need sleep. So why do we have a screen in front of our face at night? Because we're addicted. That's why. So once people understand that their light exposure patterns have such impact on their mental health, they can take some simple steps to correct them. It's about getting bright light in the day and darkness at night. Simple, bright light that's not fluorescent or fake. Expose yourself to some bright sunlight, vitamin D also, and then get and then make night be dark for you. Some tips: limit exposure to artificial light at night by using dimmer switches. Not expensive. I looked them up. I don't know how they're installed though. That could be an electrician thing. I don't know. And you can also use blue light filters on devices. In the chat, there should be instructions on. Thank you, Sam. I just got her. You got this, Grace. That Suzanne Malik. She's got my back. That's my spirit animal. So yeah. Where am I? Sorry, y'all. Sorry. Oh yeah. Oh, in the chat, there should be instructions to enable your blue light blocking on your devices on a Mac and a PC. So, and also there's a link to they make these things I didn't know until my research. They are called everyone probably knows this except for me. I'm late to the party. There are blue light blocking glasses. And they're not expensive. They range from like $6-7 up to $35. I saw like a real fancy one for like $65. No one needs to do that. And there's a link in the chat to check out the blue light blocking glasses on Amazon. I want to leave you with a quote. In order for the light to shine so brightly, the darkness must be present. How deep? That is from an English philosopher named Francis Bacon. It was published in the year 1620. They knew a lot back then, right? 1620. It's such a simple thing. Yeah, anyway. Now I want bacon, though. Francis Bacon. All right, you guys.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Now
Who
I
doesn't want
bacon.
bacon all the time? So it's kind of my constant state. Thanks, Francis Bacon.
That's Sir Francis Bacon to you, madam.
Oh, wow. Okay. Thanks for taking me to school, Terry.
I was going to say that you got kind of
on a
lost
basketball
there.
court, sir.
Deep fried bacon.
All right, let's just move on. This has gone out of control here.
I just said I wanted bacon. I think I just snorted. I don't know if it came through, but I physically felt myself snort. Okay, anyway. Oh, pig bacon. Okay, I'm done.
That was not intentional, Grace. All right, let's bring on our guest, Cliff. This has been one of those shows, and dude, thanks for hanging in there.
Poor guy.
Thanks for being a guy about it. Thanks for, oh man, God.
Well, I'll tell you. Can you guys hear me?
What?
Yes.
Hello,
Loud and
Cliff.
clear.
Great.
Cliff, are you there, Cliff?
Hello, hello.
Oh,
Cliff?
stop.
No, I'm just
Jim.
kidding, Cliff. You're fine. I'm just
Because
messing with you.
I got about another 75 dB I could blast down the line if you need it. You know, I know you guys, so it's okay.
All right, let me give you a proper intro. How's that? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, please welcome to the show a man that is not only dynamite, is not only patient, is not only understanding, but he's also a demo producer. He's a real good one. I was talking to someone today and I said, oh, he's amazing. And then I said, wait a minute. That's the name of his website, Amazing Demos. I did it without even thinking about it. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the kings of automotive. He is a prince in my heart. He will be at VO Atlanta. Give it up for the one, the only, and of course, Grace's crush, Cliff Zellman.
Hey.
The secret is out. And I want to just kind of piggyback off of what Grace said. I am sitting in front of, if anybody's seen a picture of my studio, I'm sitting literally 15 inches away from a 50-inch monitor. And those that know me know I like to work very, very late into the night, sometimes 2, 3, 4 in the morning. And I will maybe nod off once or twice. And when I do, with the screen is blaring at me, I have the most bizarre dreams. And I go to bed normally sleep, regular. It's not a big deal. But when I fall asleep in front of this monitor, and the weird thing is I'm at a convention. I'm downstairs looking for my hotel room. It's late. I should be home. My wife is worried and I can't find my Les Paul. Those of you that don't know what a Les Paul is, it's
Oh,
a
snap.
beautiful guitar.
Oh, I'm
But
aware.
it's always the same dream. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
No, you're still
We
there.
lost picture?
I'm
Okay.
just giving you something. That's all.
Okay. So yes, I think that blue light is awful, to be honest with you, unless you want really scary dreams. And they're always awful. I'm on a freeway. I'm lost. I'm trying to get home. And I never have it unless, once or twice. Yeah, the brains are definitely weird. That's for sure. But hey, Jim.
Hey, listen, I've worked with Cliff. He is amazing, like Uncle Roy said. If you guys are interested in coaching with Cliff, he does a lot more than just automotive. But I think we're going to focus a little bit on automotive right now because you are going to be in VO Atlanta, and
Yes, sir.
that's coming up in less than 2 weeks. And you have
Good
a couple
Lord.
X sessions coming up, and
Yeah.
you've got some panels and breakout sessions, I believe, as
Yep.
well. Not only just tier 3 automotive, which tier 3 is the local guys, Nashua Hyundai, Livingston Ford, but I also saw that you're going to be talking about tier 1, which is the national, like, Dodge Ram, you drive a
Well,
Chevy.
this year I wanted to change it up a little bit. I'm very, very buried in, I shouldn't say buried, interwoven with local. Before we get underway with this, those that are watching and aren't really too sure, I'll just give you very, very brief. National is a national spot. It's produced by the manufacturers. It's a big deal. It's played all over the country. Any radio station that they buy, it is vehicle centric. We're talking about the car, how it helps you, how it changes your life, all the drink holders and the stereos and all that stuff. This is a great car. And usually at the end, they'll say 1-800, new Toyota or whatever. If you would call that number on a national spot, they'll ask your zip code and then they'll tell you where to go in your area. So national spot is all about the vehicle. And when you do a national spot, we're kind of getting away from that cliche automotive local sound, and anybody can do a national spot. It's very hard to book, of course, but what genre of voiceover isn't hard to book? Let's be honest. The thing that's really the same with national and local is that you're talking about for tires and a steering wheel. We're talking about a car. But a national spot is very imagey and personal, whereas tier 3 local automotive is really focusing on the automotive dealership, the community that the dealership is in, all the great things that the community or that the dealership does for the community. So it's a different perspective. And I've been talking about Tier 3 for a long time. Been doing it for over 25 years. 13 to 15 spots a day, every day for 25 years. Gangs of fun. Loved it. Loved every day. I loved Mondays. I'm one of the few people in the world that actually enjoys Monday. And I can get in there and got my stack of scripts. This is this week alone. And we'll talk about where automotive is going. But we'll get to that in a second. So National Automotive is really kind of a SAG-AFTRA thing. It's, it's tier 1. You can certainly get a national spot a number of ways. Obviously, the best way would be through your agent, get an audition. Another way is you worked with a director 3 months ago that liked you and wants to work with you again. Word of mouth is really terrific. But tier 3, you're on your own and you are marketing yourself to the vast numbers of local production companies around the country. If you do a national spot for Chevy, you can't do one for Ford. But let's be honest, is Ford knocking on your door right now to do a national spot? Hey, Sammy, sorry. But, you can't do anything else. You can't be the voice of Dodge if you're doing a Chevy spot. You can't even be the voice of a local Dodge dealership if you're doing a national Chevy spot. However, the national Chevy spots are limited, 4, 5, 6 a year. They're very expensive. A lot of people involved. They take a long time. Local, blasting them out. It's one of the great things about automotive is that when you get in, and is it easy to get in? No. Let me, I'll say that right front and center. It is not easy to get in, but then again, promo's easy to get into. No, I don't think so. Voice of God stuff, again, not easy. This is the words of the Godfather, right? This is the profession we chose. We're always auditioning. We're always selling. We're always promoting ourselves. We're always sending out those emails, reaching out, building the connections, getting people to hear what we do. And look at that, in that beautiful Chevy Silverado 1500. And dealerships have their brand. They can have 6 or 7 different models. Each model needs an ad. Each ad's good for a limited time. You don't have to worry about stuff too much that's going to be aired that you don't know about, because the timeline of the script, the shelf life of the script, love my deep voice. Oh, good Lord. I wish. God, I work with people like Jack Daniels, and I said, man, I would give my you-know-what to sound like that guy. Or maybe he's making fun of me. Matt, are you making fun of me? Because I'm one of those guys that listen back to my voice. And the good Lord gave me the gift of interpretation, gave me the gift of being able to look at a script and sing 5, 6, 7 layers deep. The good Lord did not give me a voice. However, I can imitate it. So what is this? Oh, I'm not going to look at this at the chats. Where was I? Doing local, it doesn't matter where you live. You can live in Boise. You can live in Billings, Montana. You are sending out your demos. You're sending out your information. I like stuff that's very simple. I don't want a whole life story, because this may sound harsh, but I don't care about you. What? Whether you're a cat person, a dog person, whatever, any of that stuff, until I hear your demo. If I hear your demo, we love your demo. We want to know everything about you. You become our best friend. So I think it's the job of the voice talent looking to get work, to get to the point. This is who I am. This is what I do. You like it? Call me. I am not a marketing guru, and I'm sure all of you have heard me say this before. However, I've been seeing what you guys have been sending for 25 years. I've seen every possible email, everything that are tricks, that are cute, that are jokes, that are funny. If I can get them to click on this, then they'll look at this, and this is who I am. This is who I am. Here's my demo. Give me a call. And I personally like unsolicited demos. I speak for myself. But when somebody sends me an unsolicited demo, 100% chance I'm going to listen to it because I love demos. I love hearing. I can listen to demos all day long. I'm always looking for great new voices, and if it's not to my liking, there's no invested time. So I'm not afraid to listen to someone's demo for fear of, now I have to critique it. Now I've got to tell them everything, what I like, how we should. That's not my job. It is, but it's under a different kind of label. I want to hear it, and I want to call you up and say, hey man, I just heard your demo. Holy cow. It does happen. And before I press play, I'm rooting for you. I really want it to be great. I'm not, saying, oh God, what's this goofball sending me? I'm like, come on, man, knock it out. I love automotive because it's everything. Even local is everything. It's soft sell. It's luxury. Everybody has that Infinity dealership. Every city has multiple Cadillac dealerships. Those aren't screaming spots. One of the reasons people have a hard time thinking that they can do automotive is because they think every spot that they do is supposed to sound like an automotive spot, which is not true. How are they supposed to sound? Well, take a look at the script. I mean, your clues are in the script. You look for
And
exclamation points.
and
Jim?
speaking from experience, a lot of times you get direction from the client, from the not supposed to dealership, but the agency or
Yes.
the production house. I am doing tier 3 automotive. I am actively doing marketing. I worked with Cliff. He's pushed me on my way, and I have one dealership. It's a dealer group. Like you mentioned, different dealerships have different cars and things, but dealer groups. I've done Nashua Hyundai. I did McMulkin Chevrolet, also McMulkin Corvette. And for the luxury read, like you mentioned, there's a Genesis of Nashua, which is part of that same group. And they wanted that posh read. So there's a lot of different work out there to do. There's definitely ways to do it. And like you said, marketing is the way to do it. And
Marketing's
let
the
me
way
just
to
say,
do
if
it.
anybody has any questions, sorry, Cliff, if anybody has any questions, which we do have a couple, put them in the chat and we'll get them up there. And Cliff will do his best to sound like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, you know what? My rule, it doesn't have to be right. It just has to sound right.
My dad said, Jim, I don't care what you do, just do something. I don't care if it's wrong, just do something. So
So
we
Yeah,
have a
just do
question
it.
here
Just do something.
from a Facebook listener. I don't know who they are because of the thing, but what's this space like for women?
20 years ago, unless you were the wife or the daughter of the owner of the dealership. Now, we're talking about, I'll have two answers, national and local. 20 years ago, it was pretty much a man's field. But a lot has changed. The conscious of our society hopefully has gotten better. Women own it. Women are empowered, as they well should be. The days of, why don't you bring your husband around, little lady, and we can cut ourselves a deal. Those days are long gone. Women are buying cars. If women are buying cars, women are selling cars. For local dealerships, I would say maybe 20-30% of my local dealerships are women. You all know them. Tremendous talent. For national, it's almost 50-50. Women, like I said earlier, are empowered and right on. Well, they should be. They always should have been. I'm a big fan of women myself. I think women are far superior to men in just about everything going on in life, except we're stronger than you. So
That
um,
shows such intelligence. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
I'm waiting for a woman president. Oh my goodness. But
Same.
I'm
We
waiting
get
for a
shit
president,
done, man. We
whatever
just
that would
straight up
be.
get shit done. Anyway,
But
go ahead.
that's not why we're here. So women,
Yeah.
absolutely. Understanding women always on the lot, holding the number, walking down, wearing the nice business suit, talking about the cars. We call that the parade of cars. And just voiceover. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if you all know Sarah Marantz. She's got like 2 or 3 of my biggest dealerships, and she's great. and you knock them out. That's what's so neat about it. People talk about audiobooks, and God bless the audiobook readers. I mean, they are, to me, the heroes of voiceover. They work on a per finished hour, and I'm knocking out a car spot in 5 minutes for 200, 250 an hour. You get 3 car spots on 1 page of a book, basically. The copy for 3 spots, minute and a half, making $600 per page. It's huge. But you got to get in, and Jim knows that you get into one agency, they have multiple clients. A production company is pretty much, in the local world, is pretty much your agent. I saw a question up here. They said, do people in-house dealerships have people that hire? No, the dealership hires a production company. That production company gets legal for all of their scripts, make sure that they're written, that they're there's a link between the dealership and the advertising agency. When you're marketing yourself, you want to market yourself to account executives, probably more than anybody else in a production company. The account executive in general is the link between the production company and the dealership. They talk. Account executives brings the information back to the production team. They write it. The production company gets approval, gets compliance approval, so they can get money for their advertising. And it's too much for a dealership. They're hyping their people in the morning, getting them loaded up with donuts and coffee, and you're going to go out there and you're going to sell 1,000 cars. They don't know finesse. They don't know that. They can get their troops rallied for sure. But we get the buying public rallied for it. So yes. Women, absolutely, more and more, and it ain't going down either. You watch national spots. Every other spot is a female.
Yeah, I
and
have
they're
a
We
quick
already
great.
set the
question.
Love
room a
'em.
bit.
Um,
Go ahead.
yeah, I remember asking you if there is room. I have a younger voice print. And I remember asking you, one, if there's really a market for women in automotive, and 2, with a little younger voice print, not like,
What are
Alexis or whatever.
what
So yeah, I loved your answer. So share it with our viewers, please.
the answer, I believe, is most vehicles sold are introductory model vehicles, first cars. Honda, Toyota, Hyundai,
Like a
Kia.
16-year-old,
So
just,
we'll get to Steve's question. That's a
first
good
car.
question. You just got out of college. You relate to the Kia Soul. You relate to a Toyota Camry, a Toyota Corolla. A car within the $18,000 to $24,000 range. So yeah, there's definitely young buyers, and the younger generation. Bravo, God bless you guys. I mean, you guys have a terrific voice. Little side note to the younger generation, me with my gray hair over here, I still think like I'm 18. But I mean, in the last 2 or 3 years, I have never seen a better influx of musicians and singers and talented young people
Truth.
in the last 2 years than I have in the last 20. And it is absolutely mind blowing. I'm seeing bass players and guitar players that are 17, 18 years old and they're not doing, Ozzy, and they're not doing Eddie Van Halen, which is great. They're doing their own stuff and they're recreating their instruments. So I don't know what that has to do with anything, but prefer
If anybody
to
has a
dance and
question, sorry, I just didn't want you to roll on without giving
Oh,
people a
I can,
chance to.
baby. Oh,
I know
I
you
can.
could talk the whole. We could just shut up and hang up and come back later. I'm not even sure
No,
why we're
but
here for this.
I
But
know you
if
said I don't
anybody,
know what that has to do with anything, but like these musicians are coming from places that we wouldn't expect, like YouTube sensations, and
And they're coming
I,
because they had a year and a half of
yeah,
sitting in front of YouTube. They couldn't go outside. They couldn't go to
yeah,
school. They
Yep.
couldn't do
yeah.
anything. So they
So
got a
they honed
guitar
their
and
craft, which can transfer over to voiceover. They honed their craft. They had so much time to
yes,
do that,
I want to bring
and
something up here.
yeah, go ahead.
There is something going around on the internet last week, and I thought it was terrific. A whole bunch of questions about demos and demo producers and all that. And one of them was, uh, these are fake spots. Should we be pushing fake spots? Well, they're not really fake spots. What's happening and what I'm seeing happening is because of so many great coaches, a lot not so, but there are some really, really good coaches. There's some great people out there that can answer your technical questions. In other words, new talent coming in, they're building their skills and their ability faster than they're building their portfolio. So back in the old days, you'd have all the work that you did, whatever, you bring it in, you'd have, this is all past work. But that's past work that, has been collected over the last 10 or 15 years. So, but this influx, not everybody's great. Not everybody's ready for a demo by any means. But there are people that are getting really good really fast. I think that their talents need to be showcased. And I personally don't do a demo any different than I do a broadcast spot. I expect the same thing out of the talent, punctuality. I expect respect for them to be ready, to have their audio ready, to have their connectivity ready to go, script in front of them, pencil in hand, ready. What are they going to do with the script and the pencil? Well, we know what they're going to do with that. And if you check comments, you may see that pop up very soon. But
let's talk at the very beginning, Mike Cunningham's question. He wants to know, where do you start? Do you need an automotive specific demo, or is it just local reach outs?
If you are looking to do tier 1 national, you do not need a tier 1 demo. You just need to have a great commercial demo that shows your ability. You should always have a national spot in your commercial demo. In fact, I'm seeing more and more that national spots opening people's commercial demos, which is kind of cool. If you want to do, there you go, mark your scripts, damn it.
That had to be
Focus,
Uncle
Cliff.
Roy, right?
Pay attention, Cliff. Focus.
I'm focused. What was I talking about?
Hey, Uncle Roy.
Actually, what was I talking about?
You're
You
talking
wanna
about them
have the
having their
national-
national.
Oh, yes. You want to have the national spot on your commercial demo. However, if you're going to enter the tier 3 market, you have to have a representation of what you sound like in their spots. Guys that are listening to you, especially the general managers we talked about a little earlier, big, tough, strong guys, they need to hear you saying Mustang 28,495, Fusion 33,695. They need to hear what you sound like in a spot. You can't give these guys at United Healthcare, or I'm a dollar guy, menu guy. You've got to be Cars. They want to hear what your voice sounds like selling their dealership, their community, their brand. So for years, first maybe 7-8 years of my involvement with Radio Vision, I would send out demos of voice talent, and they were all commercial demos. And I always got back, they're talking about United Healthcare. I don't know what this stuff is. I need to hear it. So yes, for tier 3 local, you must have an automotive demo. For tier 1, you do not.
All right, fair enough. Let's see another question here. And if you have any questions, please put them in the website, in the chat. Put a Q in front of it if you would, or the word question as well, and we'll get it up here for you.
I love. Really, Jim?
Jim Frank wants to know, have you heard my demo?
I have heard your demo. I can recite your demo.
Have you called him yet for work? Is that how that works?
Well, I am just kind of standing behind him and giving him a little push out there.
You're doing a great job. You really are, Cliff. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And, it's kind of maybe not good ethics for a demo producer to say, do a demo with me and I'll get you work. I know the demo producers that I respect and hang out and are on panels with, however, I'll sure stand behind you and push you. My motto is I will match your level of enthusiasm for the project. However excited you are about it, I will match it. And Jim, you're very excited about it. And you're just reeling them in. That's what it takes. How long does, the old joke, I'm an actor. Oh, really? What restaurant? I'm in a band. Oh, really? Which guitar center?
No doubt, man. Oh.
So, and we do this, we do the side jobs to get into where we need to be. And the more people that know you, the more people that hear you, the more people that hear you within an agency, you become the voice of the month. Hey, I heard that guy on the Brahm spot. Can I use him for the Chester Wiley spot? Yeah, one's in Cincinnati, the other's in San Diego. When you do local, by the way, you can work all over the country. All you really need to do is beware. You don't want to be 100 miles, within airspace of another dealership that you do. So in Texas, you could have a dealership in Dallas. You can have one in Austin, San Antonio, Houston. All different dealerships, all different brands, because you don't cross airspace.
So when it comes
Right.
to agencies getting auditions, are there levels to like who gets what?
Well, there are certain people that you want to get it in their hands. First and foremost, I would search for the account executive. They've got their fingers in all the dealership's work. They know if the dealership is looking for a new voice. Why would a dealership look for a new voice? It doesn't happen very often. Automotive dealerships like to have the voice be the brand of the dealerships. So if you're good and you're responsible and you're on time and they like you, you could have the job for 10 or 15 years. Why would you lose the job? They get a new automotive agency. They get a new ad agency. Happens from time to time. I've had ad agencies report back to me, how did you get that client? Well, we asked them what color Corvette they want in their driveway if they sign with our agency. There's all kinds of ways to, I don't know who did that. I don't know nothing. I don't know what I'm talking about. So don't hold that in a court of law. But things do happen. Maybe the general manager might hire his nephew, gives him a room in the dealership, and he buys him Pro Tools. Why does anybody lose a gig? Hopefully it's not because of something that the talent did, but it's usually something outside of your control.
Grace.
Yeah, I love Stephen Grumback's question. I know him as Steve. He's in Wilmington in North Carolina with me, but he asks, why do so many local dealerships use their owner as the spokesperson? We've all heard those insufferable, terribly acted, walking
Some
around
of them,
in a suit in the sunlight and terrible. Oh yeah.
some of them are actually really good.
I
One of the
haven't seen
reasons
any. I'll go on. I'll search for them.
you
Yeah.
listen to them, you listen to their delivery, you listen to what they spotlight, you listen to what they're talking about. One of the reasons that they do it is because they're always there. So when you see this face on TV of, hey, everybody, I'm Cliff. I'm the general manager of Cliffy Automotive. When I go in, oh, I know you. I saw you on TV. It's a
You're
connection.
that guy on TV, and you
You're
feel
that
extra
guy on
special,
TV.
like
After a while,
celebrity.
that gets real old. And then they start going 50-50. And then they start realizing when we're getting more traffic, the higher level our production is. The advertising agency go see Cal. He started it. Him and who's the other one? Cal Worthington and I can't remember his name. Anyway, sometimes the dealership will go with a cable station because the cable stations will say, hey, if you advertise, we'll do your media for free. Well, they get a look at their media and it is just god awful. And the client comes back to the agency and says, hey, we tried it for 3 months. They were really terrible. And can we come back? Oh, of course you can come back. But while you were gone, we raised our administration fee 15%. So they almost always come back once they get a taste of what, the cable stuff's really not that good. And there's a reason they give it for free. They throw a mic on the guy. They don't care about lighting. There's no scripts. Everything's washed out. Not good. But they do show up from time to time. I would say the majority of spots that I do across the country, they're all voiceover. And some of those voiceovers actually sound like they're the general manager. Hey, everybody, come on down this weekend. We got some great stuff going on. It may be my birthday, but you're the one getting all the presents. Oh, there's my doggy. So those that you
Is that
think,
Lillian?
that's Lily girl right there.
Lily. Hi,
There's my
Lily.
baby.
Puppy.
She's my best friend.
Okay. Sorry.
So,
Yeah.
what you think is sometimes the owner or the general manager can actually be, just a voiceover posing, especially if it's a radio spot.
All right, Sarah Susskind, are samples enough for tier 3 or must be a demo reel? We kind of answered that question, I think, with the
As long as it's good,
they want to hear it, right?
they want to hear it. As long as it's good. I mean, if you can put together, now here's something you got to be careful about. If you play samples actually aired to a dealership, that dealership may say, did he just mention Jim Frank Pontiac? Yeah, I hate those guys. I never want to hear this voice again. A lot of dealerships know each other. So if you play a sample of a spot that you broadcast that you actually did, got paid for, and they hear the real dealership name, they might not like it. They may not like you. Every demo that I do with automotive, I'm giving away a secret here, are all fictitious dealership names. That way it doesn't strike a chord. It's not another thing to take it down. When casting directors listen to stuff, they're listening to what they don't like before they listen to what they like. Every audition comes in as a 10 and then works its way down as you're listening.
That makes so much sense.
It's
Yeah.
true. We don't listen for what we like. We listen for what we don't like.
Terry.
That may or may not be true. I don't know.
Question from Sharon Babin. How did you land on automotive as your niche?
Well, I was a rock and roll engineer in LA for 25 years, from 1979 to 1995. And from 90 to 95, I got involved with recording Saturday morning cartoons. I worked with Deke and Saban and Disney. And I sat there and I threw faders in Glendale. And I went from one studio to another. And I fell in love with voiceover. And I kind of wanted to get away from rock and roll. Big studio, working unbelievable hours, very difficult conditions. I'm kind of a clean living guy. And I was surrounded by sin and degradation. And it was, a lot of fun. Because if y'all knew about
rock and roll.
LA in the 80s, me and my wife, man, we were right
inconceivable.
Rock and roll.
And there was a big bad earthquake that hit LA in 94. And I lost everything, my house and everything was all destroyed. My brother lived in Dallas. We moved to Dallas. I got an offer from a production company that says, we heard you were coming and blah, blah, blah. Come up and talk to us. And I said, why would I work with you guys? They did the piece of paper across the table kind of thing. Okay. And it allowed me to use all of my engineering skills, my direction skills, my audio, my production, deadlines, all that stuff, the whole automotive thing or the whole production, roadmap without having to do bass overdubs at 3 a.m. or dealing with egos and insane, crazy people. And I had a two-year-old daughter. And this company specialized in local automotive. And I thought, wow, this is cool because I don't have to spend 2 days getting the perfect hi-hat, sound. I just get a cool track from a music library that we always license our music. And then my concentration is on the voiceover and the performance and making the performance shine. And I absolutely love it. I've probably done 25,000 car spots in the last 25 years.
Hey, Cliff, we have time for a couple more questions. So I'd like to get them in. I know you love to talk about this, and I know you give really detailed answers to your questions. And we totally appreciate it.
Scattered is what you mean, right?
No.
No, you're flawless. You're good. Yeah,
Do you feel that AI will have an impact in automotive?
Interesting question. The quick answer, yeah. I think AI is going to have an impact in everything. I think the smart ones, us humans, need to find a way to have AI work for us. 100 years ago, MIDI came out in 1979, 1980. MIDI is a computer code that allows multiple keyboards to talk to each other, that allows you to play on a keyboard and record it into your computer. Then you can modify it and make it sound good. MIDI can be a drum set. It can be a guitars, bass, anything. All the musicians were freaking out. Oh my God, MIDI is going to destroy music. It's going to destroy creation. It really didn't. It gave musicians another avenue and another way to work. So I don't think we need to fear AI. I think on the real low-hanging fruit stuff, if you're watching Facebook, and some guy's telling a joke while they're slicing up, guavas or something. That's an AI voice. We all know it, the TikTok voice, but we don't care about that stuff. Also with automotive, I don't think so, because automotive is emotional.
Okay.
Automotive is all about reaching in, touching the heart, and involving you. And there is nothing about AI that involves you. So
All right,
human
one more
voice is
from
always going to be.
One more from DF Raisin. Is automotive separated to genres like urban, country, suburban, western?
When
And
it
would
comes
demos for each make more marketable to book the spot?
No. For national, yes. For national, we got the Before the Sun Rises, Before the Scarecrow, all that. My F-150 is very country, very listen, son. Those national spots could be anything: suburban, western, New England, anything across the country. Whatever the personality of the vehicle is, look at that car and say, well, what would that car sound like? What would it talk to me? That's national. When it comes to local, the genre is dictated by the brand that they sell and where they're located. So you got a Ford dealership in Montana. It's going to sound a little bit different than a Ford dealership in San Diego. So yeah, that's a good question. Now, no, you want all these genres on your single automotive demo. These guys don't have the attention span to listen. Oh, okay, now here's the western one, here's the suburban one, here's the country one, here's the metrosexual one, whatever that would be. You put it all on there, and if you've got somebody that understands what the dealerships are looking for, they'll know how to put you in that best genre. When you listen to Jim's, which I hope you listen to, there's all kinds. There's the happy guy, there's the young guy, there's the cowboy guy, and it's all over the place.
Harley Davidson of Bellevue.
Bellevue.
Yeah.
So yes, you can have all those styles on one automotive demo.
All right.
Good question.
Hey, before we wrap
was it
things,
Raisin? How did you end up pronouncing that last?
it was
name?
Raisin.
Raisin.
It's pronounced Raisin.
All
Yeah.
right.
Oh,
Raisin.
someone, I missed it. I've been trying to moderate the chat, but I missed
Oh,
some stuff. Okay.
One of the
Cool.
times
that-
we tried to reboot, he said it's pronounced
Oh,
like
perfect.
Raisin. So yeah.
Yeah, that
Okay.
was earlier.
Cool.
Cool. We always ask one TMI bonus question. Sometimes it's a bit risque. Sometimes it's a bit bizarre.
Irreverent.
I'm all three
yes.
of those.
So here's the question that
Oh,
we
yeah.
that we came up with. Grace actually found this photo, and from that photo, we had a little, caption contest, and tried to figure out a decent question because the photo was just so epic, and I imagine you probably know what that photo is, but.
Maybe he looks clueless, which is a fucking point. Yeah.
Have you
He's so scared.
have you ever, and are you now
A member of the Communist Party.
the president of the Wayne Newton fan club?
I really dig the hair.
Yes, you do.
That looks more like Neil Breen than oh my God, you got my see, that was a very, very awkward stage. I was starting to turn gray, but I wasn't sure I wanted to. And this is actually, you know what? Instead of Wayne Newton, put up a picture of Uncle Rico.
I love it.
Uncle
Is it
Rico
that
from,
easy to do? Like I
from
have
the-
a picture of Uncle Rico just kicking around. Hold
you
on
go
a
to
second.
Google and you type in Uncle Rico. A lot of people said that when I was younger, I looked like David Naughton, the guy from American Werewolf in London. And I was sitting in a bar and some guy kept bumping into me. And I gave him an elbow in the ribs. He turned around. The guy, there we go. There's the hair. The Uncle Rico hair.
I don't know. I still think it's the slick back.
It could be Wayne Newton.
Hi, Jill.
I have nicer eyes than he has. He has much more surgery going. There we go.
Oh,
Right.
I couldn't agree more. But I just found that picture from I think it was an article on you from 2013.
Yeah, that's about right.
And I was like, okay.
I like the gray a
That's
whole
great.
lot better. I'll tell you.
Yeah,
But so I was elbowing this guy, and he turned me around, and he was going to punch me right in the face, break this, glass nose of mine. And he says, "You're David Naughton, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I am, buddy." But I really did. I looked a lot like him
Oh, snap.
during the Werewolf in London.
So it saved your nose,
The
claiming to
fact,
be.
my lie that I was in fact David Naughton.
Yeah,
And
your
that
lie
freaking-
saved your
Yeah.
nose.
Yeah, and he became my best friend. There's Uncle Rico.
Oh
I
my
can throw
goodness.
this. I can throw this football over this mountain. Really? We could have won state. If he would have put me
And
back
now,
in, I know we could have won state. Draft Uncle Rico. All right, enough of Uncle Rico.
yes, please. Yes,
I'll
please.
tell you what.
You're
I
drowning.
would love to die with Wayne Newton's money, and I hope that I eventually reach the status that Wayne Newton, whatever that may be. But I mean, he can probably book any room in Vegas, right? I mean,
Probably,
sure.
yeah.
I'm sure we
so-
I'll put in a word for you. He's
Let's
in
talk
there.
really briefly.
Cliff Zellman, thank you so much, buddy.
Wait. I want to talk about VO Atlanta real quick.
Hey,
Yeah,
why not?
do it.
Go
The
for
national X session, there's spots open. The local, there's 3 or 4 open. In the middle between the 2 X sessions, I'm going to be doing a breakout talking about introduction, because back in the old days I'd have X session, and then introduction, and people would say, "Man, when's your X session?" Well, it was yesterday. Oh, I'd love to take it. So if you are going, please come and hang out during the breakout. I'll talk all about it, and if it's exciting for you, we'll get you into an X session. But I'm going to be doing all kinds of panels, production panels with Uncle Roy, and yeah, there you go. And all of our good friends. We're doing a tech panel. We're doing a very fun panel with Bev Standing. You're definitely going to want to see that. That is hysterical.
Yay.
The good, the bad,
Yes.
and the WTF of a session. And
Nice.
For
I am
real.
I'm the director of the session, and I say, okay, I want your read to sound like a bucket of bolts being poured over a freshly waxed floor. You
Oh
got
man,
that?
that's
And I was like,
awesome.
what are you talking about? If anybody wants to get in touch with me, I'd love to talk to you. I have no life. I sit in front of my computer all day long. I'm working, and it's fun. And hi, Galena. I love Galena. If y'all saw if y'all saw Dave Fenoy yesterday, Galena was on, and I just
We
wanted to reach
did.
out and I just wanted to pinch her
I
cheek.
know. He's
Galena
so
and I have
awesome.
we've been literally best friends going on 15 years. And I just applaud her, and her aura and what she brings is wonderful. All right,
Same.
so any other questions? If you want to get in touch with me, C Zellman 10, Cliff, C Zellman number 10 at gmail.com. Or it's been staring at you for the last 45 minutes.
A-amazingdemos.com.
And I think Christian Roselli gave me that name because we were walking somewhere. We were in New York somewhere. And he said, "Hey, have you ever heard my Cliff Zellman impersonation?" I said, "Go ahead, Christian, give it to me." And he said, "Amazing. It was amazing. You should have been there. It was amazing." I said, "That should be the name of my new company." And this was years and years and years ago. So thank you, Christian, for giving me amazing demo. But some scumbag has the amazing, so I had to do the A dash. But I keep checking back every 6 months.
Scumbag.
Yeah,
Shots
but maybe
fired.
the
Okay.
yeah,
We gotta
man. I
edit
mean,
that.
and it's not even demos, okay? It's like contracting or something. I don't even know.
Oh, okay.
Hey guys,
But
thanks for joining the Cliff Zellman Story Hour. Tune in next week when Cliff will be
Yes.
telling us stories of his past in high school. So
It was
I
so
got him.
cool.
I
Hey,
got
come on.
Van Nuys High School, where Fast Times at Ridgemont High was filmed.
nice.
Wait a minute, there's no birthday
What?
party here for me. Fast Times at Ridgemont High
Dude,
was
that was
filmed in
my
my high school.
skull.
That's cool.
I'm
Okay.
so wasted.
Yeah. Mr.
Wait a
Han,
minute.
if you're here and I'm here, aren't
Isn't
we
it?
both? Isn't it our time?
You know, Mr. Spicoli, you're right. It is our time.
Cliff, thanks a lot, man. We'll
Keep in
talk
touch.
soon, buddy. We'll
All right,
do.
guys. Thank you. Love y'all.
We'll
I
see
am
you in
outta
Atlanta,
here.
my friend.
Do I hang
Once
up?
again,
Or,
Here.
yeah,
I
you can
hang
hang up, or you can hang on, and we'll talk afterwards. Your choice, my friend. Your
thank
choice.
you.
If you're
everybody.
there at the end,
And great to meet Bill Seller. I want to actually meet him in person because everything I've heard, he's a cool dude. And I don't think
He's
Bill-
super cool. Yes.
Bill will be in Atlanta. He's from Atlanta, so he will be there, buddy.
He will be there. Look me
Yeah.
up, and I've got your first Scotch on the rocks if you drink. If not, Dr. Pepper works for me too.
How cool is
I'll,
that? Very
I'll
cool.
take a scotch.
Nice.
That's cool.
All right, guys. Thank you. Have a great night.
Thanks,
Later,
Cliff.
Cliff.
All right.
Appreciate y'all.
VO Atlanta. Check it out at voatlanta.me for tickets. And there's less than 200 left for tickets to get into the event, and it will sell out. The X sessions are filling up fast as well, so check it out. All right, cool. Coming up on the show, in theory, I'm not quite sure how I feel about trying to do this in Atlanta, but we will try. I will check out to see what the internet connection is hardwired at the hotel, because I will be in Atlanta, as will Bridget Reali. The only time we can really get her on the show
Wait,
is because she has, and on the left
I'm
back and
trying
right
to
thing.
tell them that Terry's going to be there too, right? You are, right? I thought you said, okay. No,
Hold
okay.
on, let me just
I'm
get
not.
rid of her right now.
I'm not
done,
good.
Terry. There you go. Hold on. That's fine, man. Jeez.
Man, that's not
That's
nice.
all right. Hey, there's also a
not
surprise
nice.
birthday party for you, Terry, while you're there. So what the hell? Either way, Grace, I can't bring you back. I'm sorry. Oh, dang. Wait a second. Let me go up here. Here hold on. Here we go. We'll bring you back now.
Don't bulldoze the show just to me again.
All right, cool. Hey, guys, thanks for listening. We'll see you in Atlanta. We'll see you on the inside. Keep the posts coming. Keep the love coming. If you guys know of any information that you want to get out to the VO community, this is why this Facebook group was put together. It's called The Microphone Insider because it's a cute, catchy name, but also because TMI. The Microphone Insider. You can never have enough information, so we're trying to hook you up.
Yeah, too much information.
You can never
But
have it as far as
never
it
have
comes to our business. Guys, thank you. Terry, thank you. Terry, thank you. Grace, thank you. And we'll see you guys on the
see y'all next
inside.
time. Thank you for
Yeah.
your patience.